Good afternoon and good evening. I am doing a quick review on this Poly Studio USB soundbar that I have right here. Take a look at this beautiful soundbar that Poly has created. I'm recording this video directly from the soundbar. I do not have my studio lights on. I'm just sitting here at my computer. I'm using the microphones and camera that are built into the soundbar right now. This soundbar, I would not recommend it for a large conference room. I would use it for a small to possibly medium, maybe up to 10 people. But I am I'm about 6 feet away from the soundbar right now. And I sound okay. Here in a little while, I will go a little bit further away. And I'm just speaking in a normal voice like I would as if I was in a meeting. One of the really nice things about this soundbar is it is Microsoft Teams certified. This is one complete soundbar that comes with a camera, microphone, and speakers. Connecting this to your laptop could not be any easier. Even though there's a camera, there is a microphone, and there is speakers. There's only a single USB cable. So that single USB cable plugs directly into your laptop, which I have right here on my Mac, and it does all three. It records in 2160p Ultra HD, which is 4K, which is really nice. The microphones on the soundbar are a mic array, and the mic arrays have 6 beamforming microphones built into them. The benefit of having 6 individual microphones is if there's one person talking at the front of the table and there's one person talking in the back of the table, you have one of those microphones on the person in the front, you have the other microphone on the person in the back, and the auto gain that's in there makes it seem like we are equal distance from the microphone. Let's jump right into the video testing. So I'm going to open up the PolyLens software. As you can see, it's recording me, and it looks okay. I just have my regular household lights on. I do not have my studio lights on. There are a few options that you can change with the camera. You can change the tracking mode. You can change it from speaker to off, and if I turn it off, you can see it goes back to a wide shot, and you can see my filthy basement and my sofa. And I have options where I can set it to group, I can set it to presenter, or I can set it to conversation. So if I switch it back to speaker, it should zoom back into me. And come on now, there we go. We are zooming back into me. You're going to also adjust the frame size. Right now, currently I have it on tight. I'm going to put it on medium. When I put it on medium, it's going to zoom back out to full, and then it's going to zoom into a shot. So now I have it set to medium, so it zooms all the way out wide, and then it's going to zoom back into a medium shot. And I can change it to a wide shot as well, so it's going to zoom back out to wide, and then it's going to stay there. If you're in a conference room, you probably don't want to have it set to wide because you want to be able to actually see the person that's talking. So I would go ahead and I would probably switch it back to medium if you're in a conference room and there's a bunch of people talking, but since I'm down here in my basement, I'm going to switch it back to tight, and it should zoom right back into me. There it goes. Set this laptop up here out of the way, and the camera does zoom and it does follow. So if I start talking and I come over here, the camera it looks like it's saying, oh, where is the speaker? The speaker has moved, and it should zoom in and it should find me. There it goes. It cut to me. It was a nice move. It took a second, but I'm pretty far off to the side of the camera. And if I slowly am talking and I'm moving a little bit this direction, and I'm going to go back here and I'm going to sit back down in my chair, it should relatively quickly find me. There we go. It's a really nice feature. That way, if you have multiple people talking in your conference room, you have one person talking over here, the camera's going to cut to this person, and then when the other person on the side of the conference room starts to talk, it's going to cut to that person. There's some noise cancellation features that are built into this, which work really nice. As you saw when I was walking around, I do have a fish tank here that has a filter on it, and it's actually quite annoying. Usually when I do recordings down here, I have that turned off, and I've got a lapel microphone on, and I've got light, so it looks a little bit better than this. But for the purpose of this, I have no lights, I have no lapel microphone, and I kept the fish tank turned on. So if I go into my audio settings of my PolyLens software, and you can actually adjust the outgoing audio and the incoming audio. So this would be the outgoing audio. I just turned it off, and right now you can hear the annoying fish tank that is directly to my left. And now I'm going to turn the acoustic vents back on, and it should eliminate that fish tank. You probably didn't know that fish tank was making any noise until I turned that off. And that's actually a really nice feature to have when you have these sound bars in conference rooms in any type of business location, because they have a lot of conference rooms have HVAC, have air handlers up in the ceiling, and there's a constant hum, or you have a break room right outside your conference room, and you can hear the chatter. This feature will negate it. It will turn all that audio off. It will literally just pick up on the voice in the room, which is really nice. So one more time, I have it turned off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You hear the fish tank. Now I have it turned back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you do not hear the fish tank. There's really only one feature left to test on this soundbar, and that is the speakers. It's kind of hard for me to test those for you guys to hear. But what I can tell you is I have used this soundbar for several Microsoft Teams meetings, and those meetings have varied between me and, say, my boss talking, one-on-one, and me and my entire team talking, where I have multiple people on the farm talking, and I never have issues hearing the differences between voices, and I always know who's talking, and it always sounds fairly clear. The one downside of these speakers on this soundbar is if you're going to use this to play music, you're not going to really be able to, thump and bump and and listen to your rock and roll. You can, but it just doesn't sound full. That's not what these speakers are meant for. But when it comes to just voice quality, they are perfectly adequate. You're not going to have any issues with them at all. If this is your first time to my channel and you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions at all about the soundbar, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get back to you. And again, like I said, if you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe. Have yourself a wonderful day. I will see you guys in the next one.